I feel कि your first language is somewhat an effect on your second language. Somewhat कि as a Bengali person, he or she is, if she is learning English, or if she is speaking English, we can predict no, she is a Bengali girl. Or if a South Indian, if he or she speaks English, we can predict no, he is from South India. Similarly, a person from UP or Bihar, if he or she speaks English, we can assume no, he is from that side of part of India. So I feel, what do you feel in that case?
इट्स नॉट ऑलवेज ट्रू लाइक अगर मैं आपसे अभी वार्तालाप करूं और मैं बोलूं कि रिचा आप क्या लेंगी, चाय लेंगी, कॉफी लेंगी, और आप शर्मीले हो या आपका जो मुस्कुराहट है वो काफी सुंदर है एंड आई रियली लाइक योर स्माइल, तो nobody can understand that I'm a Bengali speaking in Hindi. बट अगर मैं मतलब जो लहजा है बोलने का वो अगर मेरा बंगाली एक्सेंट आ रहा है, जैसे कि आप कैसे हो, अरे आइए बैठिए, अरे बहुत ही अच्छा रसगुल्ला, then obviously they will understand, oh, she must be a Bengali. So like if you watch any news channel like CNN or NDTV, Republic, any news channel for that matter, you will see there are many Bengalis who are reporting. There are many South Indians who are reporting. People from North India reporting. From Bihar they are reporting. But when you listen to the English, it's not possible for you to identify that, okay, it's not nice, or she is having that Bihari accent in her English. If you have the Bihari or Bengali accent, in the first place, they won't hire you. So if there is a way, then there's a way. Yeah, you have to work. If you have that will in your mind that you really have a desire that I want to speak in English fabulously, I just don't want to be of like a wobbly speaker. I want to have the polished accent. Okay, if you want to do that, you can do it. It's not a rocket science at all. It's just that it's not that it's mandatory that your mother tongue's influence is going to be there. I mean, you can do nothing to overcome the mother tongue influence, and only a native speaker can speak nicely, and otherwise that accent remains. No, if you want to work on it, you will be able to achieve success. There are many Bengalis who are professors in Cambridge, in Oxford, from not just Bangla, from not just West Bengal, from different states of India. So how are they getting that job? How are they doing it? There are many people who are working maybe in NHS, and look at the IT world. From some of them are in Australia, some of them are in Great Britain. So if you want to work on it, definitely you can. It's not like a rocket science. It's not impossible. You can achieve it. Alright, but if you have that mindset that no matter what I do, I can never get that accent because I'm a Bengali, so my Bengali accent is so stubborn, it's not going to leave me, then it won't. Or if you think that no, I don't want to be a Britisher and things like that, I want to have my Bengali accent, I'm a proud Bengali and I'm a proud Indian, and the British they have ruled us and I hate them, and I want to be the proud Indian Bengali and all that, I will maintain that accent. That's another, because there are many people who want to do that. They don't want to. Yeah. Sorry?
If someone is speaking that way, they are ruining their language, and you are disrespecting that language whichever you are trying to speak.
Exactly. The point is, whatever you do in life, the target should be, I want to be a proficient in that department. If you want to be a dancer, why do you want to aim for becoming an average or below average dancer? If you want to be like a chef, or maybe you want to drive a car, why not drive and excel in that department? Even if I'm planning to make a cup of tea, it should be like a world-class tea. So whatever you do, if you give your 100% and do it to your best level, I think that's the wise thing to do. But people who do not want to work hard, they don't want to learn English, they don't want to improve their skills, then they will say like, Ami Bangali, Amar Gorbo, and Mera Bharat Mahan. That's like because they don't want to. I mean, if you don't want to go to the gym, you don't want to follow a rigid diet, you don't want to be disciplined, then you will have 10,000 excuses and you will think gym is not nice, exercise is not good for you, and you have a lot of points against discipline. So it's each to their own. We are no one to rectify people or to give any moral guidance. Each to their own. If anybody wishes to improve their English or work on their diction, it's their choice. If somebody they don't want to, it's their choice. But our students want to. So that's another thing. Okay.